Hello. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it seems like something happened. So we are gonna. Buen dia. Good day. We're going to start. Um,
Hola, hola.
hello, hello.
Ok. Buenos días a todas y bueno, a todos y al
Good,
equipo de
good morning to everybody,
interpretación.
and also to the interpretation
Eh,
team.
recuerden que hoy tenemos la
Remember
primera
that today we have
sesión de invocación espiritual.
the first session of
Entonces,
spiritual invocation. So
ayer se les mandó
yesterday we sent you the things that you needed to use. So we were talking to the Latin American team, and also if 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 I'm not mistaken, they are the Earth team. So then we'll start with you for the invocation. So I suggest you to open up your camera so we can see each other. So that way we are going to do our work and follow you up. So go ahead, open up your cameras. Go ahead, team. From the team we have to we have Susanna. We have let me see who else. Let's see who else is here. Um, we have Susanna. We have our colleague. Um, um, I forget her name. I forget her name. Susanna. The invocation uh, is on you. So you are going to start with the invocation for today's activity, Susanna, and also Susanna and Rocio as well. So, and we start with that. If I don't know if you got together and organized yourselves, because that's why we recommended the group, the team. So please, if you're ready. So Susanna and Rocio will be in charge of the invocation. Um, are we ready? Is Rocio? Seems like Rocio is having difficulties to get into the session, so we need to help her out. Is she having any issues getting into the session? And also, if, if not, we're going to give the mic to teacher Lorena. If they were not organized, then we're gonna give the mic to teacher Lorena. So if you do not, it seems like Rosie is having some difficulties. So if she's not ready, and we don't want to delay this program, so we're going to give the word to teacher Lorena. She's going to be accompanying us, and today she's going to be talking about spirituality. So we're going to have 3 sessions. So we're going to broaden our view with this topic. So we're asking teacher Lorena to. So yeah, our colleagues are having technical problems. So teacher, would you please? Is it working, the interpretation in English?
Y entonces le damos paso a la mayora Lorena López.
Mic to teacher Lorena
ha estado
Lopez.
acompañando estas sesiones de diplomado.
In this session,
nos estará
in this diploma
acompañando
session.
Todas estas 3 sesiones que usted decía.
So
La
she will be
conoce,
with
ya
us
nos
with
ha
all, in all
acompañado
this session, the 3
puntualmente, también va a
sessions. So
ser
you
la
know her,
tutora para
and
la
she's going
región
to
de
be the
América Latina.
tutor for
Entonces,
the
adelante,
Latin
maestra.
American region. Go ahead, teacher. Good morning. I am apologizing because I'm having technical problems as well in my device, but I'm on my phone. So thank you very much. Welcome. Have a very good day, very good morning, good afternoon, good night to each one of you. It is really good to have you here today. And today we have the energy from grandpa sun, from moon, energy of the planets, the stars, energy of the water, the wind, the sunrise and sunsets. So trying to maintain the petition, they asked us to have some flowers, waters, and if you have that handy, I will thank you. So we can have the flowers. So let's put in front of us. And also I would like to ask you if you can open up your screen or camera. And so let's put it in front of us, a glass of water or an element that you can have handy. I will thank you very much. So you can connect with the energy of what we're going to work today. I am very happy. I'm very pleased to see each one of your faces, to know where you're coming from, knowing that we have a long story. We are daughters of lineage and histories, ancestors that have passed on the pain, the violences, and they have transcended from life. So we're going to take our flowers and we're going to bring it into our chest or breast, and with our flowers we're going to thank life. In each one of these flowers is our essence, is our life, is our strength, it's our light, and it's our shadow. Let's put into our heart, this flower into our heart. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 times to make flow every good thing that is within us and with us, and to let go all the things that has incarcerated us, all the burdens. We put our flowers to our belly button, and we thank the day that we were conceived, thanking the day that we were born. We thank the energy of our mom and dad that has given us the life, the energy of the sacred water, sacred fire, earth, wind, Uluskashka, the heart of the sky, the sky of the heart of the earth, thanking everything we have received, the wind that we have received, the sun that has given us, the water that we have lived, the seeds that we have fed from, the animals that have given animals, the plants, the fruits, every living creature that have given us life. Thank you as well to all the grandmother and grandfathers that because of them we are here. Thank you to all the life energies that we see and we move. We take our we take our flower in on our forehead, thanking the energy of the flowers, and then we do on circle on our head, on the top of our head, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and we pass on our bodies, cleansing and letting fall the energy of the flowers. In these flowers, we have water, wind, we have earth, we have energy from the energies that planted the flowers, the energies from the animals that are on earth. And we thank and we embrace them and we kiss them. Mm, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, because we are this and this is life, and we thank for these flowers, and we put aside our flowers and we kiss our hands 1 time, 2 times, 3 times,
2
and 4
times,
times.
3 times, and 4 times. And we put our hand
And we put our hands on
our neck to ask so that our word may be fluid, to ask that anything that is blocked in us is liberated. Today we're going to dedicate it, especially with our hands on our throats, for those who have expressed their voices, elders, grandmothers, grandfathers, young people, maybe also children, girls and boys who have expressed their voice to defend the life of the peoples, to defend the water, the earth, and the whole network of life. Thank you for those who have defended the original people's rights. And maybe this is why we're living persecution, violence, exile, forced exile, or having to abandon their lands. Thank you for those voices who have risen, for those hands that have defended life, for those feet let's move our feet underneath, for those feet that have gotten into movement, for that knowledge, that wisdom of the elders that are exiled today, that are refugees for defending their people's rights. Today we honor them, we honor their life and their existence, and we ask the grandmother moon, grandfather sun, our sisters, the stars, water, fire, earth, to protect them, that they become invisible energy for those who have hurt the people and that they will be protected, that even if they're in a land that is not theirs, they can bloom, because the earth is everyone's and she's our mother. For all the families that have had to let go of their mother, father, their grandmother, their grandfather, their son or daughters who have had to run away from criminalization and violence, we honor their energy and we send them light, strength, happiness, and we hold ourselves, we hug ourselves. You each hug yourself strongly, you kiss your hand, and you take this flower that you have, or a little leaf, a petal, and we let it fall on our head, thanking for life. As the powder of the stars, like the rain and the wind, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. thank you. Thank you for life. And now we clap ourselves. I can't clap because I'm holding my phone, but let's all clap. I want you to clap strongly and welcome ourselves to this diploma course with joy. We are here because as we start here today, flowing with the energy of the land, the earth, the fire, the water, as the flowers, we can bloom. And that your case studies, have heart, have word, have life, and that your advocacy plans have strength and can help bring these changes that are so necessary in favor of life, and that you may enjoy every minute, every second, every hour, every Tuesday and Friday that we come together in this diploma course, that you enjoy this time reading, exchanging, and that your voice may be heard, that you not be afraid to express yourself. This is a dialogue of knowledge where all of us have something to give. No one knows more, no one knows less. That is a principle of this diploma course. No one knows more than the other. No one knows less. Another principle, this is a dialogue of feel, think, and cosmo knowledge. There are no teachers. We're all learning. We are all teaching and learning simultaneously. So from this principle, this is where we're going to be working from. We want to thank FIMI the possibility to be here with you today to serve and to be able to listen to you. So this is how we're starting today, thanking the opportunity to reach this day, the big effort. We thank Liliana, who has put her heart and her time, her weekends, the mornings, the nights, to be able to reach this objective. And thank you for the team and Samai, Nadia, all the team that's behind this process. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're going to start to present ourselves. We're going to do it in a way, it's a simple way. You were asked to have a piece of paper, if you have it. In this piece of paper, you will draw from the 4 elements. Maybe you already have it, and if not, you can do it now. Water, fire, wind, and earth. If I were water, if I had not been born a woman, what element would I have liked to have been, or I feel that I am? If I had not been a person, what element would I be? Maybe you might say I'm water, and so you draw the water and you say why. Maybe you draw fire and you explain why briefly. Another earth or wind. So when you present yourself, you're each going to show this image. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. We're going to draw for a few minutes. Or draw our element, our name, and why we've decided this is our element. Okay? Is it clear? Okay, let's go ahead. Each one of you draw your element. Very simply, doesn't have to be complicated. And we can elaborate in a minute. When you're prepared, let me know, and we'll go one by one to present ourselves with our element. Okay, so let's draw. I'm drawing mine. I hope you can see it. I want to remind you, it's your name, the element, and why. We don't have to draw this. We can just write it down if you want to briefly explain why you've chosen this element. Are we ready? If you can please raise your hand, signaling that you are ready. I'm going to ask you to present yourselves voluntarily. I'm not going to say your name, So just voluntarily, spontaneously, one ends and then another one starts. I'm going to be the first one. I hope you can see this. This is what I drew. I am fire. And I am Lorena Verónica López Mejía. I am fire because I like to transform. I like to give strength and transcendence. Can someone please continue? Who else? Just spontaneous Nagumi. If I don't pronounce your name, please let me know and forgive me.
Yes,
Then
my name is Megumi.
hola.
Yeah, I choose wind. It's in the air elements. I feel free, open mind value and spiral mindset. So I choose the one. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. Who else wants to continue? Thank you.
Me. Can you
Great.
hear
Please
me?
go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but I'll say I'm water because I get a bit of emotion and I'm emotional of others, and I can also adapt to any change. I can go with the flow and find solution just like the way water can take any shape. And I'm also intuitive, meaning that I always trust my gut feeling. I have that natural understanding, just like the way the water can be still and reflective. So I can describe myself in water form. Thank you. I'm from Kenya.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Who else?
Me. Yeah.
Habiba, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I am Habiba Gambo from Cameroon, and this is the element I chose. It's a flame, actually. It represents fire. I choose fire because I love smiling a lot, and I think it lightens up the days of people around me. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's continue. Who's next?
Martha.
Marta.
Yeah, I'm
As a
a
volunteer.
Martha Pati from Indonesia, Maluku. I become a water element because can adapt and flexible with everything, and I have an intuition feel, and maybe another can do visible. Thank you.
Who else wants to continue? Thank you very much. Rocio, go ahead.
Yes. Can I say?
Can you hear me? We are having Rocio first and then Priscilla. Okay, I'm represented by Earth. I don't regret being a woman, being born a woman. We have the privilege of giving birth, giving life. We have that strength to do that. And the truth is that I love very much recognize the greatness that our Mother Earth gives us, all the wealth, and I reflect myself a lot on her. I love her very much, and my origins, I love them. Unfortunately, my parents educated me differently to forget our roots. But I'm here because I want to find myself again with who am I? Where am I from? And I'm from Mexico. And my name is Rocio Silverio. Thank you. I'd like to ask Liliana to help me because I'm on my phone and I don't have the whole screen. So if you see someone raising their hand, please raise your hand. So Priscilla, please come on in.
If I wasn't born as a human being, I will choose water because water is the source of life and it has importance in ritual, spiritual, and even in physical needs. Because 70% of human body is made up of water, and it has, without water, no human being can survive. And then I'm from a mountainous regions, therefore there are many streams with the beautiful songs that they are flowing down to the valley. Therefore, when we are thirsty, the time when we quench or thirst is the greatest moment. Therefore, I choose water if I were born as a human being. Water is my life. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Rodney.
Go ahead, Ronnie. Good morning. Good morning. I identify myself with fire. For me, the earth, I like to produce earth, and it is where the food comes from. And the fire, it's because I like to bring light ideas to the person that when they need, the brothers and sisters when they need accompaniment. At the moment they need me in getting ideas. That's why I identify myself with fire. It is light, and the land, the earth. We can walk and we can work with the earth to produce food. So that's why I identify myself with both of them, fire and earth. Thank you. Ronnie has raised her hand.
Yes. I chose water again because I think like water, it can transform accordingly, like a river that is calm in places, fierce in others, or it can adapt its surroundings, or like the ocean. Uh, it's deep, layered, and mysterious, or like the rain. It's gentle and nourishing when needed, and it brings renewal and a clarity. So I chose the water. Thank you.
Thank you. I present myself. I have raised my. I don't know if you can see my drawing. I tried to represent Earth because the Earth to me, I mean, all elements are important, but I like Earth because it can sustain me. I have the I have the way of smelling the Earth, to feel the Earth, because it combines and coordinates and exists. It gives life. It sustains the rest of the elements. It's integrated with all the elements. And it gives us life. So when our life is over, we come back to Earth. So we are sustained by Earth. And I believe it is the land, the Earth is fountain of life, just as the rest of the elements. But precisely, I can touch the Earth and I can walk on Earth. That's why I like Earth. Someone else? Hello? Hello, good day, good morning. Okay, I'm having issues with my camera. I can't turn it on. I'm Susana Morales. I identify myself with Earth as well. I'm artisan. I work with clay. It's a process where I'm polishing, and when you pass it through the fire, it gets another color. So I identify with earth and fire. Thank you. Who else hasn't participated yet? So we can conclude with this phase. Is someone pending with the participation?
May I?
¿Puedo? Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So first, here's my picture. I'm not sure that you can see. If you cannot see, this is water. So I identify myself. My name's Mimimon, and I identify myself as water. The reason is that water gives strength to all the life, all the creature, including human, animals, and plants, all need water. So yes, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Someone else? Your mic is not working. She's from Nigeria. She says, I am Grace from Nigeria. I chose wind because I can walk wherever I am. Nigeli, help me out to read this. It is written in a text message, please. Yes, you can present yourself on chat if you're having issues. Grace says she's from Nigeria. She chooses winds because she can reach everything and with the freshness of life. Thank you, Grace. And Natsomi, you can present yourself in the chat as well, and we will read. I think she's having camera and mic issues. She chooses water because it helps, gives a life to animals and humans. So she chose water. We have Almaduko as well. She chooses water. She chooses water because helps to give life to people in this life and also to the plants. And I also want to help and serve a lot of people in this life. It's a crucial element to give life. Thank you very much. Okay. I don't know if someone else is pending with her presentation. Is Priscilla here? I don't know if she raised her hand. She already presented herself. Perfect. Very good. Is there anyone else that hasn't presented? If not, I'm having issues with my device, but we're here. The presentation, Liliana has it. So she's going to project it. I'm going to continue working from my telephone. So I'm asking Liliana to project the presentation just to share the objective and the topic of this first sessions. Because as I was telling you, I am very happy and very pleased, and we are going to start with this presentation from the 4 elements. So we're talking about the cosmovision and spirituality. It is important to reconnect with the energy from the water, earth, sky, and fire, because we're fire, earth, water. And each one of when we have a difficulty, please remember that you are energy, life energy, your energy of the water, the element earth. So don't forget, and let's try to remember this. I don't know if we have the presentation. I don't know if I've already projected the presentation. Okay, according to our presentation, I'm going to ask to go to the next slide. Let's start with our topic or theme, spirituality. That's the module that we're going to have the session. What's the objective of this module? First, and personal and collective, to recover and visualize that the spirituality and the cosmovision worldview is a strength that brings us together, that gives us life. It's an element that sustains our life. And the spirituality and worldview are the foundation of all we do, and we work as persons, as women, from the original peoples, and also the worldview and spirituality. They are a strength that will provide in your research. So when we identify and we retrieve all this ancestral knowledge from the land, earth, from all the elements and the cosmos, and we will see from that approach, we can address our research in that with that approach. So we're going to try to build up, decolonize all those individualistic ideas that has taken up away from the elements, and they have made us individualistic being. So we're going to retrieve this point of view from our diploma. So I'm going to ask Liliana so she can project the video that we have as to start with this session. So I'm asking you to pay attention, close attention to this video, so we can afterwards we can continue with the reflection. So I'm asking to project the video, please. Okay, we will project it. I hope in this session you can retrieve and you can rediscover your worldview as women and original peoples from Africa, Asia, and America. Okay. So it has its subtitle in English, so you can read it. The video is paused. It is projected, but it's paused. You can see. I want you to confirm me if you can see the videos. I don't know if it's my signal or if you can see the video, if it's running, if the video is running. In my, it is paused. It is paused.
It's parse, yeah, no voice.
No voice. No, who's helping you out, Ileana? Javier or Otis? Otis. Okay, good. Our communities and also for the protection of our territory, which is the most important asset. For us, the spirituality means to find ourselves with Mother Earth, to understand the elements of the nature and read nature. Concentration, analysis, from it consists in being good with ourselves. When you're good with your soul, with your heart, we are also good with nature and the living creatures we have in nature. That means spirituality means in that teaching of the nature, how can we find ourselves with the plants so we can harmonize persons in the territory to help the territory, because if we don't understand our own medicine, it is complex in to protect ourselves as peoples. That's why it's really important to rescue, organize, and lead this spiritual process. This is a sacred process. So this is a really important process in our worldview. Spirituality will live when we're born, the seed of life. There, the parents have the wisdom, the spiritual wisdom. So before they are conceived, they can harmonize the body of the people.
When the baby is born, then we can also have another ceremony, that is when the placenta and the belly button are put into the ground. The midwife takes the placenta and the belly button with fresh plant and puts it offers it to the fire and the stones. And this is how we work by different phases and the different moment of life of the child. When the young person or the child, when they are ready to procreate, then they put the girl menstruates. They also put their menstruation into the ground to strengthen her womb. And this is how we can see spirituality. And the first hair and the nails are given to the places of power like lagoons, mountains, valleys. They are given there and put into the ground so the babies, the seeds of life, don't get sick and continue to be strong spiritually. Spirituality, since youth, is a place of knowledge, of learning, a space for teachings. When we talk about spirituality, the strong meaning that it has is going to awaken the rituality that we have as indigenous peoples, specifically as our peoples. We have great ceremonies that we take to the different spaces and times regarding our own calendar, and we feel that we have to mark to advance and have our healing. We are guided by spirituality, by the cosmos. How do we live each moment in the space of spirituality? So we practice certain spiritual places like major rituals, Sakelum, Chaput, Sekmui, Ipswicha. These are Maya words. These are harmonization rituals for balance, for our people, for the bodies, for the territory, for the community. The strongest meaning for the Nazca people and of other peoples is the traditional medicine in the framework of spirituality, understood like ancestral wisdom, which is still in our blood. So every time we strengthen by walking with it and building a dynamic that allows us to come back to the origins. Like all peoples, the essence of being NASA is based in spirituality. It is from here, before we are born and after we are born, we are in a spiritual place after we die. And this is a process, a significance that it has, the meaning that it has for humanity is a scenery where we walk, where we gear our process, all our process under consulting the spirituality, the guide of spirituality. This means that this is one of our major that walk this whole path to guide the processes, to guide our walking with the initiatives of the community, with the authorities, and all the organization processes that we have. Let's follow our ancestral knowledge, where we hear the signals, walking of the times of the moon and the sun. These are our principles. We are education dynamic detonators. The spirituality has been a very important basis to accompany the youth. This is a space where we walk with the students. We accompany the students from education to continue strengthening and surviving as peoples, indigenous peoples. So this is from the fire. We work with feeling, with respect, how to value family, how to value our environment, our elders, our authorities, our brothers and sisters, among colleagues, comrades. So this is where respect starts, and the spirit that we can live as brothers and sisters, as indigenous people that we are. For me, spirituality is very beautiful, is something that it is lived through in many territories. So when I was in a power place, when you're there, you have to allow the bad energies to leave and the good ones to come back, so that you can let go of all the bad energies and that there's always good ones. Education with spirituality has been very important, because from there is where we put the seeds, the future hope of our people. It is fundamental from the fire, from our main fire, from our father fire. This is where the student starts connecting to be able to live with respect for nature, with Father Fire, Sun, the moon, the trees, the animals. So the spirituality is very important, because the students, when they live with it, this is where they can feel and live through and reflect that about everything. So this has been very important part of the work, particularly with the majors, with the elders, with family. Spirituality is in every moment. I go to any place and I ask for permission. I go to a spiritual place, a sacred land, to a lagoon, to a mountain. For us that we live in this land, spirituality has been one of the most fundamental basis for harmony of our principles as NASA people. From the spirituality, we have been able to maintain ourselves, so our processes, for our health, for our children, and education, we can all walk this whole process. And we have started to live it in a way that in this moment, There's a lot of elders in this territory and children that have been present with us, with our elders, learning a lot from them, learning to harmonize. Going back to the origin is very relevant in this spirituality. And from this, we can understand life, cultural life, sacred life, in the context of unity of the peoples. We're going back to take the ancestral knowledge. We're going back to take the light from our nature that can heal us. Thank you very much. We were able to solve the difficulties with a team, or with my equipment, with my computer. So I'm back. So I'd like to ask you, what arose in you from what you saw, what you heard in this video? What woke up in you? What did you feel? Let's hear some opinions voluntarily, please. You can raise your hand, please. If you're not so voluntary, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna ask specific people. I want to ask you what inspired in you? What woke up in you? What this is it Martha Patty?
Yeah, I feel some strong, amazing that connecting me with the nature, with the elder and my family, and something we can see maybe like this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go with Martha Susana. What did you feel when you saw this video? I got excited, emotional, watching my brothers and sisters dancing. And by dancing, you move your feet, you take the steps and you move the energies. And by taking each other's hands, you feel the other's energy and you feel the wind. Thank you. Let's ask Ilam. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name correctly. What did you feel? What rose up in you?
Is it me? Priscilla?
Welcome. Yes.
Okay. When I saw this video, I feel that we should save the Mother Earth by any means, and we should respect the nature, and then everyone is responsible for it in preserving the nature. This is what I felt greatly now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Habiba?
Thank you. When I saw the video, it gave me the feeling, and then it made me feel like reconnecting with nature. And it also brought back memories of how everything used to be back in the village. Thank you.
Thank you. Now to Leila. Leica, if you could say something, so we can go to the next. Someone else could share with us? Rocio. Yes, Rocio. Well, I felt an emotion running in me that it reminds me my childhood, the land, the villages where I was. I remembered when I was when you get wet, there's when the earth gets wet, there's a unique aroma. At that time, I wanted even to eat it, to wanted to taste how it is, and that reminds me we need to do something. We need to teach our kids what we have. We have to teach them to love our Mother Earth, to love everything, everything that everything that identifies us. Truly, I am really excited and I am really pleased to see this kind of themes or topics, because I want to help my Mother Earth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If the idea of presenting this video is that we reconnect with the feeling of our worldview and spirituality. It was in a specific village, but each one of us, we reconnected with some of our childhood memories and also with our current moments. It doesn't matter if you're in Asia, Africa, or Abya Yala. Wherever we are, we reconnect our relation with the water, with the seeds, with Mother Earth, with fire, with the trees, with natures, with the jungle, and also with the cosmos. So this video reflects the importance of sharing that knowledge, that worldview and spirituality among generations, from a intergenerational dialogue where you share and talk with kids, adults, young, about the collective practices. So the spirituality and our worldview, you don't learn it in a classroom, on a whiteboard. No, you learn with the books that walk, the walking books, with the grandma. You learn you learn when you hear the birds singing. You learn with feeling, with identifying yourself, if I'm happy or sad, if I'm tired or I'm good, if I have, you learn feeling how the others feel. So our worldview is not, it's not something in the air, like that comes from air, from thin air. It's not something that comes from outside. Our worldview is linked with the energy, with the affective, with the emotional, the mental, physical, material, the cosmogonic. And with this video, we wanted just to give you the first awakening of all your knowledge that you have. Our topic today is worldview, cosmogony. So we're going to divide in 3 groups to this. So the Africa group is going to be called the heart of the earth. In Quiche, we would say Kush, the heart of the earth. Asia group is going to be the heart of the sky, Kushka, sky, heart of the sky. So to this group joins the Caribbean team as well. And the last one would be the heart of the water, the heart of the water. That would be the Apia Yala group. So what we're going to do, each one of us, each group, we're going to work in the following questions. What is for us as women from Africa, from Asia, or from Abya Yala, our worldview as peoples? How do we define? We're going to do a collective construction. I'm going to ask you not to go to Google. No, we're going to do it from our field thing, from our what we have lived and what we have learned about what worldview is about the original people. So that would be the first questions. If you're answering it, thank you very much. What provides worldview to the life of the indigenous woman? And the third is, what experience and living worldview have you have in your world? So that would be the three questions. What experience of worldview do they live in their family and village? Maybe you can work in 10 minutes, so we can take advantage of the time to answer these first three questions. From what we have learned, what we have lived, not going to Google. We're going to generate our own epistemology and from our knowledge. What is worldview of the indigenous peoples? What is the worldview of the Asia indigenous peoples? What is the worldview of the woman of Abiyala? What does the worldview contribute to the lives of indigenous women and peoples? As women, family, and people. So we're going to have three groups. The ones that are in charge of the platform are going to help us. They're going to help us. We're going to have 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes are over, we integrate ourselves again. I don't know if you have any questions. And also, I would like each group to present it in a creative way. I mean, you present your proposals, you write it on PowerPoint, you answer, and then you project on PowerPoint, and you do in a creative way your presentation. Is it okay? That will be the procedure of presentation. So we're going to start. There's the list. You can already choose. Okay, very good. Thank you, Liliana. There's a screen that is there. They are the group. Abiela would be after. Is it in the chat? Yes, in the screen. Can't you see? No. Okay, let me see. Just give me a minute. Okay, let's see. It's projecting your screen. In each one of our screen, you in on your screen. Yes, okay, you're getting it. And your screen, you're going to see. It's okay. I can stay in the main screen or main hall to wait for you. In the main session, I'm going to be waiting for you. I don't know if the rest managed to get in the group. Teacher, I am from my phone, so I can't see. I couldn't connect with the computer, so I had issues with my computer, and it is crashed. My computer is crashed, so I'm using my phone. Right now, some of them are already in the session. And who's Mary? Mary, use Leda. Yes, I'm Mary. Okay, I'll add you. I will add you.
Excuse, my network is going on and off. Please repeat what you just say about the group. Thank you. Thank you. They've sent me an invite to join.
Who is Yanorato? To assign her a hall. Okay. It's me because they should have. Okay.
It seems Johnny is Mari. Me los pasaron. Miming, you're going to your room. Is everyone okay? Okay. Welcome, everybody. Probably the discussion was still going while in the groups, but here we can converse in the plenary group. So what you were not able to share in the small groups, maybe you can share here. Here we're going to start to present our findings. This is how we're going to do it. First, we're going to ask the first question to all the groups. This way, we're going to proceed. And by the end, at the end, every group is going to prepare their closing with what you prepared creatively. So I'm going to ask Africa first, the heart of the earth group, then Asia, and then Abya, Latin America. Well, the first work. What is the original people's cosmovision? What can you share with us? If you made a PowerPoint, you can project, or and Asia gets prepared, and then Abya. So what is the first answer to the first question? Is Africa ready? Who is going to share? The heart of the earth group? She doesn't know how to share her screen. So we're going to discuss what is the worldview of Indigenous people. Rocio, could you send it to Liliana so she can show? Okay, so let's start with Africa, please. Come on in, Balki. Or who's the representative?
Halima will be representing Africa. She will be delivering the presentation on behalf of Africa.
Hello everyone. Unfortunately we don't have a PowerPoint presentation because everyone was having issues with network. They are dropping on, off, but eventually we managed to collect. So I'll start with in general what we said about the indigenous people. We say that we are connected through the land and nature. We as indigenous people, we are depending on pastoralism and the nature for medicine, for shelter, for everything that we need to survive in this world. And we also have a strong sense of community and kingship. Okay.
Great. What does the group from Asia?
Sorry, excuse. Sorry, my internet went off. Sorry. We are also connected holistically and spiritually. Holistic and spiritual understanding. There's also our oral tradition, traditional knowledge, and our emphasis on community and collective well-being. And then on the second question, we asked
we're not going into the second question yet. We're doing one question every group. We're going to stay with this first one and give the voice to the other group and do one round of the first question. So Asia is going first to answer the same question. So we're going to do it in rounds. Thank you so much, Halima.
Thank you.
Asia, please.
Yes. The first question, we are talking about the government doesn't recognize us. They didn't allow to the self-determination. So we are talking about it. Yeah. Thank you.
has this been an obstacle to understand and know your cosmovision? Is this a limitation that your peoples have faced? Am I understanding correctly?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, we're going to ask Abiyayala group. What is it for you, the cosmic vision, your world vision from the indigenous peoples? Okay, go ahead, Rocio. Rocio, we can't hear you. Your mic is closed. Okay, I think my presentation is there. You can see it. Yes. What is cosmovision for the original people? According to our sister's opinion, is something that strengthens our spiritual life and keeps us strong, connected with nature, to give light, and also gives us light to walk day by day, strengthening our knowledge and healing. It's also considered the ways of thought of the elders, and that we learn and connect with in the plants of life, with this connecting with this wisdom. It's a way of life and how we relate to nature, how we feel around it. Another sister shared that the cosmic vision is sacred, it's not round. It's a different area where life is respected. In Argentina, the mountains are being damaged and the animals don't know where to go. This is global from how we're damaging the land, all the damage we're doing to the land. And so this would be in general. So going into the fact that you have your presentation there, let's go into the next question. So what is this? What does it give to you? How does this worldview, this cosmic vision, contribute in the life of the indigenous women and people? So go ahead, Rocio, and then we're going to do the next round, then Asia and then Africa with the same question. Rocio, are you there? Or somebody in the group? I'm sorry, my microphone was off. It gives ancestral wisdom for the women, because we are who can share this question, this knowledge, and we can connect with the sharing of the knowledge, and women are in charge of giving this wisdom. It is also important to the connection with the cosmos and nature, to be able to take decisions, be strong and be competent. We put ourselves in the hands of spirituality when we are fighting. It makes us strong, feel safe and assured and committed with this process of the fight, transmitting this knowledge to youth and children. It gives us a firm wisdom and a way to be sure against any problem. Now we're going into Asia. Asia, can you please share with us what it is? What does this mean? What does this do what does this contribute in the indigenous women's lives and of the people?
Yes, the indigenous worldview contribute to the lives of indigenous women and peoples by affirming their strengthening community bonds and responsibility in nature, and fostering resilience and sustaining cultural survival. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
I'm from Asia. We have rich traditional knowledge. We are the custodians of the nature. And then we have lots of traditional stories. But one thing, what we are facing is the globalization. Globalization has influenced and impacted us to large extent. So globally, we indigenous people are few comparing to the major and then global communities. So if we are not working very hard from every level, from grassroots to high level, all our indigenous knowledge and then our indigenous custodians of nature, it is going to be globalized. So we indigenous people have to be stay strong all the time. Every day, every minute is important. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the Heart of the Earth group, Africa. What does this COSMOVISION, this worldview represent, contribute to the indigenous women and peoples? Heart of the Earth, Africa group. Can we hear you? Are you prepared? We can't hear you.
Is that
Our sisters from Africa, please. Halima. I can't hear you, but welcome, please. Or whoever's going to present, please, if you can share.
¿Quién era? Halima era la que estaba presentando.
Halima, you were presenting previously, but yeah, we can't hear her. Her microphone is closed. Okay. Well, if the Africa group can't share right now, let's go into the third question. What experiences do we have regarding our original people's cosmovision, world vision? What experiences do they live in their families and villages? Let's go with the Asia group and then Abi Ayala, and then we'll go back to Africa. What experiences do we have as how our cosmovision, our worldview is still alive in our communities?
excuse
Elder people pass down stories, value, and culture, teaching us and to younger generation, and ensuring tradition and knowledge remain vibrant and relevant. So she's gone, I think. Maybe technical program, I think. Yeah, thank you. And additionally, and every person regardless ability of age, and we are respect for all members. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, great. Let's go with the group from the Heart of Abi Ayala, please. The Water Heart group. So they can share with us what experiences, what do we have for the original people's worldview? Are we ready, Rocio? Can you hear me now? Yes, we can hear you now. Okay. So what experience do we have as women and as communities? We say that it's not easy for women to rise from these processes that we know we're going to face, but because we're strong, we can do it. When there's a strong spiritual relation, we feel the strength and the knowledge and the wisdom against adversity. There's trust and power, and when that you must use at the right moment. We must not fear because we are accompanied and we are strong. We are committed with our struggle, with the struggle of the people. In Argentina, the mountains and the animals are being hurt and don't know where to go. So this is an experience that there's a big challenge that our sisters have to preserve the animals there and protect the land. I shared that in Mexico there are important moments that all the time, since we bless the seed, which is something very important to us, when we clean the fireplace, when we light the new fire, and when we ask for our crops. So these are very important moments when we are always lighting a fire and the new fire, and when we ask for the crop. So these moments are very important moments that we have, that are experiences that we live, that we have in our communities with our peoples. Right. So when Susana was sharing, when we were in the small group, would you like to share anything? Yes, of course. For us, the people Mokoi, every year, the first day of September, where the flowers, algarrobo plant, which is very sacred, is in flower. We, the women, are placed in our community. We come with the children and we tell them stories, and we also share our arts and crafts. And the community it shares dances. We light a fire. There is a dance where we thank Mother Earth for the new year. Because for us, the 1st of September is the new year for us. So we do dance, we tell stories. There's traditional dances and games, and we all share these together. Okay, great. Let's go to the Heart of the Earth group to share with us your experiences that are being kept saved in the original peoples communities. The Africa group can share the two previous questions.
Hello.
The two last questions. Hola.
Unfortunately, Halima's network got bad and she can't
I'm
continue.
here.
So,
I'm here.
oh,
I'm
okay,
here.
she's back. Okay.
I'm back finally. So I'm going to share what we discussed in different groups in our in our different communities. So the Mbororo community from Cameroon, their core value is togetherness. They have a code of conduct called the Pulaku, which governs their behavior and their way of doing. For example, how a woman should not be like speaking loudly in public. They should know how to talk in public, and there is the bowing down when greeting the elders. The Maasai, they have that you bow down and then the elder put the hands in your head. And then the Fulani community, the worldview means living in harmony with nature, guided by respect for animal, land, and spiritual values. it is shaped by oral tradition, ancestral wisdom, and strong sense of community and faith. And then we have the Ajorogu from the Nigeria. The Ajorogu indigenous people distinctive worldview is shaped by the Igbo cultural heritage, their spiritual belief, their communal value, and historical experiences. And their personal god is called Chi. Each individual is believed to have a Chi, a person, spiritual guide, or a destiny force. And then the earth goddess is called Allah, the central to moral order and fertility. And then there is the ancestral veneration, who are honored and believed to influence the living, and the divination and oracles. These
Y
are
los oráculos.
These are traditional practices
Es
like
una práctica tradicional.
divination. It's called Afa in their language, and they're used to seek spiritual guidance. And then in the community, Maasai community and Samburu community, they share a bit of these cultures because they are cousins. So there is can you hear me? This network is disturbing me. It's raining so bad. Okay, there is the importance of blessing and curses, where the elders have the power to bless or curse. And then there's the rite of passage, the ceremonies marking transition in life, such as initiation into adulthood. And then they are called the Libon. These are the spiritual leaders that are believed to communicate with spirits through dreams and trances. And then their god is called Nkai, and tradition, where prayers and offering are made, often related to the needs of their livestock and environment. And there's also the oral traditional, passing down history and culture through oral tradition, storytelling, songs, and dances. And in the Samburu, we usually do the traditional ceremony once a year or twice a year, where every indigenous people come and they celebrate. And people from so many countries, from different communities, they come and join the Ma people and they celebrate the day. It's actually at times they take a whole week to celebrate the tradition, and it's so beautiful because they come up with different attires. They come up with the attires that were there in the past. They come up with beads that were not there. So it's also a way of showing the young generation that these were the things that were existing in the past. So I love if all of you in the future will join that tradition later on and come and celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are getting to know. Before I want to ask the Abiola group, each one of group has asked to present and to close in a creative way. So if we're going to ask Abiola group to do the closing with the movement, with an expression, right, with what we understand about the worldview of the peoples. So we're going to start with Rocio. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. We're going to invite you to do it, everybody. All of you, open up your camera. Let's start greeting the cosmos, the sun, the stars, to wake up our cheerfulness. Let's ask to the heart of the sky. We get down to the heart of the earth. We greet the heart of the water. We greet the heart of the wind, and we hug ourselves. And let's say, I am here. I am present.
I am present.
I
Y esto ya.
am now.
I
I am
am
here.
now. I'm here.
I am present.
I am
I am
present.
I am
present.
now.
I am now.
I am now.
We greet and we hug ourselves. Very good. Now we go with Africa, with the earth heart. If you can show and close with some sort of movement or some dynamic way of closing, as well for Asia. Did you get time to prepare yourselves?
We do like this. You say guy. You just move your hand like this. But Nosim, you're going to help me do the prayers, and then you do the hands like this. You're calling the ancestors. Is hanging again. Nosim, are you here? So we are doing this. We are calling, oh my God. Like you are calling like this. I don't know if you can see my hand, but it's hanging. You're calling the rain, you're calling God of, I don't know. Can you hear me? Oh, this.
Yes, we hear you very well.
Can you see my movement?
Can you see my? Yes,
Sure.
we can see.
So we are doing Ngai is God.
Bye.
Yes. So we are calling our God to help us in the drought, to bring rain to us. We say Ngai, 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 and then we say Ashe. Ashe is thank you. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much. So you pass on. We go with Asia group, the Asia group, to close up. Did you prepare something for your closing words? We thank the group Heart of the Earth, Heart of the Water, Aviala, and Africa. Asia, are you ready? Did you prepare something? A movement, a song, Priscilla?
Yeah, about Rawang. We are calling the name of God, whose footstool is on the earth and who is above, and then who is controlling the earth. About Rawang means, oh God, the creator of all things, the universe. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much. Claps to each one of you. I think the most important thing is that we can express ourselves. We are thinking. We're thinking that we have a spirituality that is alive. Our worldview and our spirituality is alive. Priscilla, if you wanted to continue with something else.
No more. Thank you.
Very good. Let's continue. I'll ask last question. Is our worldview alive? Is our original worldview alive, or it disappeared already? It's alive. It's alive. It's present. Is now. Because it shared many things. It's alive. It's alive. We feel it. We share it. And we live it in a daily basis. We have it within us, in our heart. Perfect. For the original peoples, our worldview, it's not in a church or nor in a house. Our worldview It's linked, and it's lived in every space, in every place, in contact with nature, in contact with cosmos. I'm going to project the presentation to feedback what we just presented. If you let me know if you can see it.
Yes,
So
we
I'm
can
going
see
to
it.
start. Okay, very good. Our topic for today is the worldview of the peoples. We started with a knowledge dialogue to understand what is. We know that it is a way of life, way of living. What do you see in this image? What inspires you this image to you? One or two opinions. What do we see in this image? An idea? Any idea?
Yes.
The shape of the sun and the relation of, and how we are connected with everything, with all the elements, earth, water, air. Yes? Someone else? Very good. This image is a synthesis of what our worldview is. For us, our worldview is linked with a relation with the earth, the wind, the water, the jungle, nature, the people, where we are a network of life. There's equilibrium, there's dialogue, there's respect, there's thankfulness. I don't know if you can see the next slide. Can you see it? I'm asking if you can see the following slide. What is worldview? Our worldview is the way of feeling. How do we feel? The woman and the original peoples. We don't start from just thinking. We start from the feeling from our cosmo feeling and from our feel thing. I'm going to feel starting from our relation with the cosmos and with my relation with Mother Earth, with water, with wind, with the natural assets. That's a really fundamental point that we need to know. That's a way of seeing life, of understanding life. It's a way to coexist within us as women and to coexist with men and women, you know? Yes? And it's a way of coexist with Mother Nature, with water, with wind, with fire, with the animals. It's a way of being and in being and be in life. And that's our worldview. It's the way how I relate and how I live with myself, but also understanding that I am a community. I'm a collective community. In me, I have water, wind, fire, and earth. If I'm not, if I'm not alive if I don't have these elements, the energy, the maternal and paternal energy, and now then the sperm, the story of my mom and the story of my father. I wouldn't be alive if I can't breathe, if I couldn't see, if I couldn't feel, if I couldn't have water, oxygen. That's a worldview. And that determines our relation with the cosmos, with the earth, and with the natural assets. And where we say everything has life. Everything has life. As this cup that is serving us, it has, the flowers have life because they're giving us life energy of the earth, because we receive oxygen, sun, the moon shades, the energy of the water, the oxygen. This water that I have here, it has life. I'm not the only one that has life. Everything has life, is alive. Everything is have energy. What we see, what we can see, and what we can't see. That's our worldview. And also it is a way of how we perceive the world. For us, we were saying in the group, our worldview lets us to respect and discover that everything is sacred. I can't mistreat the jungle. I can't mistreat myself. I can't destroy the seed. I can't destroy the seeds. I can't just destroy the sacred places, the mountains, because if I destroy Mother Nature, if I destroy the cosmos and the life of the rest of the people, I am destroying my life. So it lets us perceive the world and the reality from the field think and the cosmic think. And also worldview it's not a religion. It's a way of life. It's a system of life that we have women and men from the original peoples. One thing is what that our colleagues were saying. December is coming. We present the seeds. We give thanks. We do ceremonies, and we present and we thank for the seeds. That's an attitude. And another attitude, you said, I bow down before the elders to greet them, to thank them, because he already walked. Maybe he did some mistake, but he has life. So if I find a grain of corn, I don't kick it. I just pick it up, I kiss it, and I leave it on the earth so it can continue its path. So that way of life is an attitude that carries me to live, to perceive, to have intuition, and to observe. Our worldview is based in the field think and the observation. If today we see the cloud is, if the sky is cloudy, we say probably it's going to rain.
I'm looking for in my intuition and my perception. What is this announcing? What is coming? That is our COSMOVISION. This is, we say it's a life view. It's a way of living. It's not the same as the Western cultures. It's not more or less. They also have their strength and their point of view. It's an integral point of view. It's a undivided dynamic. Our COSMOVISION is also based in our knowledge and the knowledge of that we've inherited from our elders. They've left us ancestral knowledge that and I have a elder who's 88, or my mother who's 88. Her knowledge, it has at least 4 generations for 320 years of knowledge. This knowledge, this wisdom is not based on books. It's based on experience in what we've lived through, what the relation I have with the cosmos, with Mother Earth, with the natural world, where I'm not more or less. We're the person in our people, we say winak, the person, not man or woman, is not more or less than anybody else. We, the people, we are just one little part, one particle of the web of life. We are part of nature and cosmos. So as people, we are not here to dominate. We're here to serve and take care and respect Mother Earth and the cosmos, to respect water, wind. If you give me a second, I'm going to connect my computer before it dies. Okay, great. Very well. So we can say that our cosmovision as original, it's an attitude. It is not a bunch of words. These are practices, attitudes. It's a system, a way of life where you learn to live with your perception, your observation. Our cosmovision is primarily observation, feeling, intuition, reality. But a reality is not only the social, economical, or political reality. To observe the water, to feel the energy of the wind, to feel the view of the elders, to recognize that everything is integrated, everything is related, that I, as a woman, as a person, I have relation with cosmos, with the earth. I'm related to the wind, to the fire, to the seeds. I'm related with previous generations and current generations. I'm not unique. I'm not the only one. I'm not the center of the world, or humanity's not the center of the world. We are part of a cosmic web, interrelated. The cosmovision of the worldview of the peoples is in the cosmos, is in nature, and in humanity, where everything is full of life. That's another primary point. Everything is life. Everything has life. Everything feels. Everybody is part of the web, is part of life. A dog, let's say, a seed, water, the woods, they're alive. They feel, and they give to the web of life. If in our house we have a dog, chickens, flowers, a table, they're giving to the web of life. And more so if we have an elder, a grandmother, a mother, a child, or partners or children, they're giving to the web of life, and they're all sacred. And they have a very important role to play in life. They feel, they love. What happens if I yell to my dog and I kick it? If I scold my chickens? Instead of giving them food, I leave them all day with no food. That little animal feels. What happens with this flower? I cut it and with no water, it's going to dry out. If it has life, I'm going to care for it. All the elements feel, love, breathe, have heart. In this image that we have here, we are showing the sacred calendar of the peoples, of the Maya peoples. Here's the 20 nahuales, the guides that go walk with people in life, since from our worldview. Maybe in other peoples there's others, and this is the cycle of the nahuales, of the sacred symbols, and this is part of our cosmovision. They're all related to the cosmos, with the moon, the sun, the stars, the planets, and they're also related with nature. For example, here it says Bax. It's the monkey. Si is the dog. Toch is gratefulness. Canil is the rabbit, which is the seed, is the caring. Kech is a deer. It represents balance. Keme, it has a skull, and this is the expression of transition, transmutation. We don't talk about death. We talk about transmuting, transition. This part of life then on earth ends, but I go into something else. I go meet the elders. Khan is the snake, the guide. It shows us as the snake to have our feet on the ground, to be grounded, but look afar, to be brave. And each one, cat, here it has with how we articulate, how we have a web. Akabal is the beginning of the day, the when the son is born, lies the feeling. Emosh is the mind to avoid confusion. Ahuk is the authority, the guide. Harmak, it's looking for to not make mistakes and learn when we make mistakes. Tachash is cutting. I mean, if something's hurting me, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to heal it. The energy of Noch has to do with knowledge, wisdom. Tzikin, it has to do with birds, with abundance, but not only money, the abundance in all planes. Ish is the jaguar, and it represents collectivity, us, the strength. Ach is home, the authority. Bats, the weaving web, the web and joy. And every day, one of these is ruling. It's 20 days going round and around. If I was born in Camille, I have the energy of the seed to produce, to generate life. This is part of our cosmovision, where everything has life. Everything feels, everything is respected, everything is cared for. What are the roots that sustain our cosmovision, our worldview? And here I'm going to talk particularly of the Maya. That's regarding this point of view. It opens the possibility of wisdom, the knowledge of all cosmos, and therefore of all the elements and all the reflections of cosmos. Our point of view, our worldview helps us understand what the sun is saying, what the position it's holding. Our ancestors, they weren't studying, they were listening, they were understanding, they were conversing with the cosmos to be in dialogue with the stars, with the planets, with the moon, with the sun, to listen to their advice. That's why there were observation points in high places. Our mountains, the high mountains are very sacred because this is where we go to communicate with the cosmos and to understand what is it saying, what message does it have for us. There's an eclipse. What is it explaining? All these elements are also guides. They guide our lives. The cosmic vision also helps us understand curve and they give us messages. What's it say when a dog is barking or howling? They're saying that someone is leaving this life, is going to die. Is it bad? No, it's a wise dog. They can perceive that someone is in transition. What does it say when when the bugs are on the floor? It means that the rain is coming. What does it mean when the birds lift their beaks? They're calling the rain, or the rain is coming. So this is our cosmovision, and everything is pulsing, everything is vibrating, everything has life, and everything speaks. But now we only understand the language of computers and books. We have to be able to understand the language of the cosmos, of Mother Earth, of the elders, the grandmothers and grandfathers. Our cosmic vision allows us to see from different points of view, to feel from different points of view. So we know there's a dialogue every day of knowledge. There's a dialogue between the knowledges. There's close and there's far. There's behind and front. There's above and below. There's the right side and the left side. There I can feel and I can think. That we must know how to talk and we must know how to listen. That we must consult and ask for advice. Within our peoples, you don't do anything before you ask for advice. What should I do? I have a decision to make. I go talk to others. Not someone that might make a mistake. I have to look for the right person and get the right advice, to reflect, to act, to unwalk and walk, to unlearn and relearn. This is part of our cosmovision. What are the roots that support the indigenous cosmovision? The first one would be observation and contemplation. If I don't observe these flowers and I don't look, they're alive now, but if I don't observe that they don't have any water, they're going to dry out or the water starts to rot, and I leave them there, there's going to be bugs and they're going to die soon. Time is not yet here, but if I observe, I can give them water, I can greet them. If I have my plants, I talk to them. How are they this morning? I observe myself, I greet myself. If I have pain or there's a dryness somewhere, I'm going to observe my body. I'm going to contemplate of those who are with me, who shared life with me. Why are they angry? My partner, why has the grandmother not gotten up and she's crying? Why is the clouds are pink?
And the dogs are laying down with a sorrow. Why so many stars are falling down? Why isn't raining anymore? Now we're getting so much sun. I have to observe and contemplate and say why. Other strong element that underpins our worldview, the respect and caring. All the time, the respect and the caring, and I respect and take care of my surroundings. The coexisting. If this is the place of my grandparents, I have to respect. They have to guide us. I can't live in front of them. He goes, the grandpas. So you have to see the orders. Why do you see? So they could say why the kids are at last, but it's because we're safeguarding them. But at the moment, we need to take care of them. We need to follow an order. Another element, the coexisting, live with the water, live with the jungle, live with the air, live with the wind, live with myself, coexist with myself, feel myself, and feel what surrounds me. And everything, all of that, how do we learn? With the example. I can't give my son my son a class of how to live. He's going to see how he lives. He's going to see how my parents are living. If I yell out at them, they are not going to do. So our worldview is taught with the example and the oral transmission of the knowledge, retrieving the knowledge and the collective memory of our ancestors. They are alive in our DNA, in our blood, in our knowledge. They are alive in the communities, in our villages, in our people and nations. I'm going to stop there just to see if you have any questions or a remark, or you want to say something. I don't know if somebody wants to ask something, a question. What are the values that orientate the values of the families and women's? What are those values that gives life to our worldview? One is collectivity. In our peoples, they don't say, I'm going to do this. First, they walk in a collective way. We have two nostrils. We have teeth. I have two breasts. I have two arms, two hands, two knees. We are dual. We are collective. I have spirit. I have soul. I have energy. I have mind. I am dual. I can be sad, but I can be also happy. I could be sick or I could be well. I could be I could leave loneliness, but I could live with someone else. There's water and there's fire. There's wind and there's earth. That's another value of our worldview. The unity, which is everything has left. I can't just turn down this, throw away this cup when it's breaking. I can't just throw away this flower just because it died out or withered. I go and leave it on the earth so they can so it can follow its process. I can't scream at my grandma because maybe she can't listen, but they have energy. My dog, my hens, my chickens, all of them, they have life. Another principle in the consensus and agreements for people. There's no person that says this is what you need to do. Sometimes consensus, it takes days. Some would say you should just take decision for us, just do it. But we take consensus agreements in another unity in diversity. We articulate as a, while we're diverse, it's better because we get together, experience, we share experience. We can't just say it is more important the grandma than the grandpa, or the kids than the elder. All of us are important. Adults and kids, grandpa and grandma, all of us are important. Women and men are important. It is important, the thinkings, the thoughts, and all of that. We need to harmonize so we can be complementary, so we can keep continuing building the net of life. No one can just stay without asking for help or without receiving help. The liberty is not just that. The liberty is not just that goes over a person. Is it to able to express yourself, to smile, to cry, to listen, to say, to express as person, as peoples, as village, the coexisting, where we live together, we don't impose. The autonomy is another fundamental element, and the self-determination of the peoples. The shame. So it means that I can't steal this this pen. This pen is beautiful, but I can't steal it because if I steal it, because I'm ashamed and I have to give it back. I need to serve. If they lend me money, I need to give it back. Maybe they're not asking for interest, but I can, maybe when I give back the money, I can give a hand along with the money. If I borrowed something, I forgot it, I have to give it back. For people, it is shameful to just stay with something that they lent you, and that which means to help and to clean up the pathways, to heal, to start again. And the community, those are key values for peoples. What principles? I'm going to stay here, do a pause. And then I'm going to ask. I'm going to quit presenting, and I would like to ask you, what principles do you know of the worldview of your world? What are the principles of your peoples that you know? The key worldview of in Africa, in Asia, in Abya Yala. Someone who could share with us? Mean a principle of your peoples? Mari? Yes? Okay, as you can see, our principle is unity. We can't do anything, as you were saying, We can't do anything just by ourselves, like alone. We are dual. Therefore, for my peoples, yeah, unity is really important. That's our principle. And respect our elders. For my people, it's fundamental that taking care of the seeds and taking care of nature and protect the nature. Very good. Who else wants to share the life principles according to their people's worldview? Share, community, respect has been shared. Some other principles they would like to share? Yes?
Hospitality and
Perfect.
strong
Very good.
kinship as well.
Respect from
Very good. I'm going to share with you based on what you said. I'm going to share the principles we have as peoples. What are the principles? We're going to see that the woman and the original families, by observing the principles of life based on the cosmovision, advise to love, care for, respect the life of all elements. That is to say, the principles carries us to love and respect our earth and recognize that everything is at service of life. These principles lets us express our unviolable character of all the elements. It means that I cannot harm any element. I cannot harm a tree because I don't only harm the trees, but I harm all the beings, the living beings that are living, and the rest of the trees. I break the cycle of the water. I take away the house of the birds, the squirrels. I take away the freshness that brings us this sacred tree. If I want to get minerals and I destroy Mother Earth, so those are the principles. It's a way of saying that everything has its explanation in the principle of Ukush. Ukush means the heart. Everything has its heart. Everything has life. Everything has feelings, emotions. So I'm not the only one. Nor humanity, nor men, nor land, nor white people, nor Western people, nor people from North America. They have life, but all of us have life. In Africa, the woman, the kids from Africa, from Asia, from Abiala, their territories, their land, their waters, they have their kush, they have their feeling, they have their principles, and the principles is respect. If I know that everything is sacred, that they have their heart, I'm going to respect it. I'm going to be thankful every day when I see the sun. Thank you, Grandpa Sun. The sun is rising. My clothes are going to dry. The plants will get energy. It's going to give me energy. Thank you, sacred water. It already started raining. Thank you. It's going to bloom the fields, the flowers. I'm going to take care of the the field. And there's another thing, the thankfulness and linked to the natural resources. Thank to the grandparents, my mom, dad. They took care of me. Now today that they can't hear, that they have difficulties, I thank them. Today I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to serve them. Thank you, sacred earth, that you're giving me corn, that you're giving me seeds. Thank you, Sacred House. I have a place to live. Thank you to my partner that he uh, he takes care of me. Thank you to my daughters, to my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and to the women of my movement, my organization. We thank to everybody, and we have to take care of each one of us. And the other principle is the services. I'm going to serve because they have already served me. How am I going to serve? I have a dog that has little dogs, then I have to take care of the dog. I'm going to serve my community. If in order for me to have water, maybe a committee they organized for me to get water. There's a group of that take care of the jungles and the fountains and the watersheds that day by day they serve without any payment. At least when it's my turn, I will do that. I'm going to serve to my mom. She took care of me. Now I have to take care of her. I'm going to serve Mother Earth because it gives me. I'm going to serve my people. So for me to enjoy my rights, many leaders have given their lives in my territory. The other territory is the equilibrium or balance. How am I going to balance life? Is it more important water or fire? Fire. So we're gonna let water just run out. No, everything is important. Everything has a level of importance. The little girl is important just as the boy is important. The grandfather and the grandmother, the men and women. It has to be balanced. No dominion, no dominion, not destroying life, and the inconformity. A key.
I do not agree that they violate the rights of the people. I do not agree with criminalizing leadership. I do not agree with cutting down the trees and destroying the mountains to extract lithium and other minerals. I do not agree with not having a land that I can go and get my herbs, my healing herbs, and have a whole live pharmacy in the natural world. That I do not agree with the food that the elders ate are being destroyed, and that they bring these great corporations to our territories bringing toxic food. They violate Mother Earth. They create violence and disrespect for the peoples. I cannot keep quiet. I do not agree with the corruption in these estates, the ambition and the veracity of the capitalist world. That's why I get organized. I do not agree with the destruction of life. That is another one of our principles. And everything is based in looking for truth, justice. Justice is looking for truth by consulting and having counsel. No one, and this is how it works in our peoples, nothing can be resolved if you do not ask for consultation and advice. Where is it? Where is it alive? In our language. This is where the knowledge of the peoples get transmitted, the names of the places, the sacred places, the ancient values are in our spirituality. This is where our cosmovision is alive, in our agriculture, when we go to our seed blessings, when we choose these seeds and we take them to a sacred place where we thank for the water and we bless the fountains of the water, where a week before we are going to plant our food, if there's problems, we have to agree, we have to be in harmony before we put the seed in the ground. When we go clean our fireplace, as Rocio was saying, we have to give life to a new fire, in the fireplace, so we have to clean it. When we're going to build a house and we're going to go into Mother Earth, we have to ask for her permission. It is where our places are placed. Way before there was an organization there was order to where you had your house, where you had the animals, where you had the forest, where you would put your plants to grow, and sacred places. You had to organize, not buildings everywhere. You have to leave a place for water. You have to leave a place for animals, place for the natural woods, a place for a sacred place, and a place to live. Also in the health system, in our own ways of keeping our health, our cosmic vision is there. How is it that the grandmothers know that a pain in your tummy, they're going to use pericon and hierbabuena and garlic in my people? But you talk to them. You ask with their permission, you ask them to please calm this pain. If it's because of sadness, of fear, or anxiousness, and then you put the water to heat and you do a ritual. You ask the person if they're angry, if they're sad, why, what happened. This is our system of health care, our healthcare system. And who is in charge? The grandmothers. I'm sorry. And along with it, youth are learning, the children are learning. How did someone learn that mint is a cure? Because they saw it, they took it. They didn't go to school to learn this. They were right beside their mother and their grandmother learning. Our cosmic vision is also in our cooking. How did we learn how to make tortillas? When we do it with corn, how do we learn to make it flat? How do they learn to prepare the corn? How do they learn to cook? By living it, being close to the example of the elders. It is also in how we care for our land, our first land, our body, our energy, our spirit, mind. How I care for the land where the territory where I live, my space, my communal land, the land of the peoples. How I care for it, how I defend it, how I administer justice in our peoples. There are those who do the justice. They're not lawyers or corrupt judges. These are people that were born to do justice. Some people were born to have as their mission care for the water. Those that count the time, those are the midwives, the elders that know how to guide those people regarding where the day they were born, regarding their guides, the elders that care for the spirit, the soul, the land. It's also in how we dress. This one represents the expression. They tell life. They tell the happiness of our or what we're feeling, and also it's the way we write what has happened in our land. In Abiyala and Mesoamerica, they didn't write it in books. There were codices, there were drawings that were burnt, but there was a knowledge in the elders, the peoples that walk, in the weavings, in the clothing. It is not only in one place. It is not in a church. It is not in one specific place. It's in the whole way of life. Everything has life. So I want to know if you have any questions, any comments. I'd like to ask you before you fall asleep, we'd like you to stretch out. We couldn't talk about time. It's already 10. Wow, it's already 10 in the morning. Okay, we have a few minutes. It's still 9:54. Is it clear what our cosmovision is? I want to close with this. The cosmic vision is in the peoples. It's the way our feel, think, relate in our people, in our territories, within ourselves, with Mother Earth, with all the elements, and it is based in the knowledge that our elders left for us, and it's not a faraway knowledge. It is very closely linked to our understanding of observation, our understanding of the cosmos, of the plants and the animals. How is this related to our research? That's fundamental. Our great challenge that we have is that our studies, our research, our case studies, that you can, from your protocol, from your proposal, right from your cosmovision, from your worldview, when you design your objectives, your topics, the topic that you're going to research, don't think from the colonial point of view. You must awaken and use your cosmovision here, so that when we look into our case studies, we are looking to write and preserve our cosmovision in our people. You said it, the movement that we did express how we see the world, how it is alive. We know it's alive. How can we put it into our case studies, in our protocols for research? That is our great challenge. Why? Because our cosmic vision is the life perspective as for us as original peoples. We're not going to go to look for resources or information of author from Europe or from a Western point of view, individualist, capitalist point of view. No, we're going to write from our cosmovision. We're going to feel and think from our cosmovision. That's the great challenge we have. So this is why this topic is very important. So we can discover that it is alive. It does exist. Now, how do I put it there in our studies? That's our challenge. The presentation that is in the platform in modal, there's descriptions and definitions, cosmology, and this is part of our knowledge. This is the science of our knowledge as peoples. We're not empirical. We're not savage. No. We are ancient peoples. The sisters from Africa, from Asia, from Abya, we come from peoples that are ancient, the generation, millennial, the very, very old generations that learned how to live in harmony with Mother Earth and the cosmos, and we're one particle of this. So our protocols must show this, must have this way of life in it. We can look for bibliography, we can have resources that must be sustained in this philosophy, must present problems, but also a proposal. Science, we can say science, wisdom, the cosmology of the peoples is alive in Africa, in the communities in Panama with the Kuna. It is alive in Asia with the people of the original peoples in Asia. It is alive in my house, and these elements that Marta Pazzi has on her wall in this weaving. It is alive there in her ADN and DNA in her hair. Now we have to place it. We have to put it out in this proposal. Why do we go into this topic first? It's not more important or less important. It allows us to wake up and see that we have a way of life, a philosophy of life, a way of life, and a science as peoples. These are collective knowledges that do not only depend on the person, but their relation with the cosmos and the nature. Is there any questions? Any comments before we close? We have 2 minutes. There's 2 questions that I'd like us to work with and upload in the platform. What actions will I do in my everyday life, in my personal life, to give life to cosmovision of my peoples in my research as a Indigenous woman? And these guys are there. These questions are there. What actions can I do in my personal life to give life to the cosmovision of my peoples as an Indigenous researcher? And then the second one, what actions will I do to strengthen and get back my cosmovision in my community and in my family? These would be the questions that we are going to leave for you to work with, and you're going to upload these into the platform. It's a homework. So the next session we're going to share as a starting point. Can I hear the second one, please? They're already in your platform, so you can check them there. But what actions can I do to strengthen and get back the Indigenous cosmovision in my family and my community? Let me see if I can I can share them in my screen. Okay, here we go. Do we have it here? So these are the two questions. This presentation, this presentation is in Moodle. Everything is there. And also what I could not go into today, but if you want to read it and you have some questions or experiences to share, we can do this in the beginning for the next session. And this is the guide that I want you to work with. What actions will I do in my personal life to give life to my cosmic vision as a Indigenous researcher? What actions will I do to strengthen and recuperate, get back the Indigenous cosmovision within my family and my community? So there's other guides there. There's other questions, but we're going to emphasize this. So this is what we're going to talk about in the beginning of the next session, okay? Very good. Okay. So we're going to end with this. Do we have a few minutes? Are there any opinions? It's 10. So I hope this has not been too long or too boring and you're not asleep. I want to thank you and I want you to look into the documents. There's a presentation there. You can go deeper into your own experiences, but I'd like you to strengthen and awaken your own experiences, your own knowledge. Thank you so much. Maybe there was some setbacks. It was our first session, but we hope you can come again on Friday and we can all come together. The material is there in English, yes. The questions are in English as well. Everything is there. We have it both in English and in Spanish, so everything is accessible for everyone. So please don't worry. Yes, look into it. The questions are there and the presentations and everything. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, or a wonderful night, according to the case. Thank you so much. See you on Friday. Friday, right? Yes, Friday. Please come in a few minutes early. Okay, big hugs. Give yourself a hug. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.